Okay. I shuffled and I was basically getting that there's an emperor that is going through conflict. There's one going through some sort of competition, um, challenging situations. Okay, and these emperors are in the outright, so that's basically telling me that yeah, they're upstanding individuals. They're not um the ones you need to watch out for. They're acting out of ego. Okay, the situation is calling for patience. Okay, um, somebody's needing to take their time and see something because there is something in the background that's harvesting with the sun card and the upright. Okay, um, this could be I'm actually drawn to the child's one card. This could actually be innocence. This could actually be a child um, that needs to that hasn't been having quality time, feeling left out. That belongs to one of these embers that I was seeing on a deck. Okay, somebody needs to take some time out and step back and look at what you're doing, look at what's going on through your life, and pay attention to your children. Okay, there's something going on here. You're missing something. The child is smiling and is happy, but there's some sort of rage building within. Something that you're not seeing. You're missing something. You've been missing something. Whatever's been taking your time, you've been missing something that's going on. Um, now the Page of Cups in the outright, and we have the Five of Cups in the outright. Um, I'm seeing here somebody else is having some regrets of a lack in offering. Something was on somebody's path that they did not give attention to. Now this person is standing in regret, crying over spilled milk. Okay, you already crossed over that bridge. You can't, there's no going back now. All right, and it's funny how these rivers are like running right next to each other. Okay, so um, for this other one, like I'm saying, this emperor was on some sort of path and seen something and was giving like little offers, little offerings towards something. Sticking around but not really feeding much into a situation. All right, this person is standing out in regret, wondering what's happened. They're not happy with what they have in the background. This is Two of Cups stuck. It came out sideways underlining these cards. Like, oh shit. In the top of the deck, you have the Wheel of Fortune and the reverse. But this, ooh, let's fix this. Don't mind me, I'm about to go out. Okay, so That's how it landed on that thing. So yeah, standing in regret about something that they missed on their path, something they didn't pay much attention to. I don't think they were really knowledgeable. I'm looking at the fish. I'm looking at the water. Fish, smart, schooling, stuff like that. Offering you, somebody did not recognize something on their path, and they let something pass them by. This is like standing in regret because something just you just let it float right down the river. Um, and with the Two of Cups, underlining this outcome over here, what I'm seeing is this this was some sort of partnership, some sort of partnership. Okay, that was along the path, but it passed them. It passed them by. All right, that's what I'm seeing. This could have had. I'm looking at the. What is that? A griffin and the snakes. I think that's what it is. Okay, so this is like um, something that could have had some sort of a impact. Okay, an impact on. I'm seeing health. This could have been a healthy situation. I see health growing between. Okay, this could have brought in some sort of abundance of health or wealth or something like that. Something could have merged between the two. That's what it's telling me. All right. Yeah. Okay. So it passed by because it wasn't of value. That's what it was. You didn't see value in it when it was there. The Hierophant is like in the same stuck position, and it also comes out with the Wounded Warrior. So this is like something that maybe you and the Page of Wands is in the reverse. Okay, of the Hierophant, the Five of Swords, but they're all in the stuck position. The same as that Two of Cups. So what this is really telling me is that yeah, you are standing as a wounded warrior. Okay, something happened in your past where towards you were in situations that were like the Page of Wand energies. Okay, basically you were just coming in, being around for your sexual endovers, and that's what you gotten used to, and that's what you were looking at things as. So basically, when the Hierophant card came out, this was divinely guided amongst your path, and this seems to have been a sort of a test for you or something, and you misjudged it. You misjudged it. More than likely, this was when the Emperor came out in the reverse, because there's three Emperors that were in the in the shuffle, and two of them were steady in the upright every time that the cards got shuffled, and then only one time out of all the shuffles I was doing, one of them came out in the reverse, and I'm like, it's crazy because this is the same shit that I'm like. Wait a minute, what the hell is this feeling going on? Okay, so we have two situations. Somebody is hasn't been able to take time with I guess home, okay, and the innocence of their home, possibly children, um, very very young, okay, like these are like tiny babies, okay, um, but they're old enough to 3. I'm seeing 3 years, okay. Um, Somebody could have a 1-year old, okay. You need to take time out and spend some quality time. Um, don't be surprised if this, you're not being recognized. You're not taking your time out. You're not spending quality time. You're not getting to know your young ones. You have to get to know your young ones. You have to, spend time with them. No matter how much work you're doing. And as for this situation out here, you are basically, don't live in regret. Okay, the Five of Cups is basically saying that your head is hanging down, and it's just like, wait, what the fuck just happened? Like, you're on regret. You're looking at everything that just washed away down river and everything, and you're just like, wait, that was what? So don't look at anything in regret. It's nothing but a learning experience for you. And if you passed it by, then 9 times out of 10 it wasn't for you, because you could have did more harm to either this situation, partnership, for the other person, because there was stuff in you that was still needing to be freaking healed, because you're carrying over past experiences. Like I said, you have the Hierophant, you have the Five of Swords, and you have the Page of Wands in the reverse, which means you are stuck on something that happened within your past that was like had to do with like your sexual endovers. This is like situationships, and I'm like situationship partnerships. These are like relationships, not really serious about them type of things, because you're only there for one thing. Like you're there, you're around it, you're you know giving it what got from your physical point, but that was it. um and maybe that's all you were looking for, in these relationships that you had in the past. But at some point, it ends up, you became, the Five of Swords. You ended up getting hurt in the situation, and you didn't see, something that was divinely set up for you. So you let it pass you by. But like I said, don't live in regret. Just learn your damn lesson and heal yourself from your past traumas. Don't drag them over into other relationships, because that shit is like a kicker. Because like you're used to you. You know what you're doing. You know what you know how you are, but the person that you're coming towards, they know nothing about you. They don't know how you are. They don't know how you react to certain things, and they don't know what type of stuff you've been through. So when you're coming across, something like this, but it stays in this position, it doesn't go anywhere, it doesn't even, go where towards, okay, you see that it's at an end, it just passed you by, where towards it's just like, wait, what's going on? You don't know what's happening with the situation at all, like it's just going. Like, that's because you're carrying over baggage. And when you're carrying over baggage from your past endovers, then yeah, you if this actually was in the upright and it came to you, okay, where towards you got into the situation, you would make it not good, because you would still be carrying this energy along with you, which means you would be treating it like it's just some sort of escapade for you, some sort of notch on your belt, and you can do whatever the fuck you want into the relationship and or situationship, whatever you want to call it, whatever you're used to doing, and you wouldn't see the good that was there, because of how you're stuck. You're stuck in this wounded warrior. This didn't come out in the upright, where towards you're a wounded warrior and you're working on yourself. This came out as stuck position. It came out sideways, landing like right on the page of cups and the Five of Cups. Basically, your offers are all out of ego. They're to fulfill yourself, not the other person. Even though you're thinking you're fulfilling the other person, you thinking that you're fulfilling the other person because you're sticking your wand inside them, or trying to get physically attached to them in some sort of way. Well, that is the only way. Physically, but yeah, it's like, no, it doesn't work that way. Sorry, it doesn't work that way. So this person would have just been like, yeah, I'm fucking out of here anyway, um because this is basically partnership. This is, you know, working together. So if they're seeing that your perspective of working together is just doing them, it's not going to work out. Yeah, it's not fair. It's unbalanced situation. So I'm really feeling that Emperor in the reverse for that one. You just can't go around doing that shit to people. You have to have people, know exactly what you're, doing. You can't sit there and just start lying to people, trying to get what you want. Again, over this situation, we have the Five of Pentacles in the reverse. Yeah, yeah. You were stuck in your head for a little bit, but you started figuring out something at some sort of point. You started figuring out something. Like, you were stuck for a little bit, but in the reverse, because it came out in the reverse, it's saying, like, there's a point where it's like, what the fuck? But then it's like, okay. I see what happened. Okay, so you could possibly be one finding out or realizing what the hell happened. Okay. And hopefully with this Wounded Warrior, you're stuck in that energy, not knowing it. Maybe you know it now, but that's not how it came out. So maybe you're still carrying around some unhealed issues. So that's something you need to work on. Like I said, we're not always healed. You're not able to move forward in a situation. The Six of Swords in the stuck position again. I'm trying to get off of you. What the hell? Yeah, you're not moving forward, dude. Get off of it. Like, the Five of Pentacles already said, you're starting to clarify it, and you're trying to, move forward, but you don't know how. This is what this is telling me, because it came out sideways again. Like, you're trying to move forward to calmer waters within this stuff right here. It's not happening. You're not moving forward because yeah, it's going. It went down river. It passed you by. What other situations are we clarifying? I know we got one more in here. What the hell? Of course, the conflict caught up in the chest. Conflict. Somebody could be having complications with their chest. Heart complications. Some sort of issues. Okay. Something happened with the Five of Wands and the Three of Wands. Both are in the reverse. Okay, so we have a situation here where we have some conflict. Now, like I said, one of them fell on the table and one of them was clinging like right next to my chest and everything. So I'm looking at heart complications for somebody, and also I'm seeing the Three of Wands in the reverse. This is something that somebody walked into some sort of conflict. So we have two situations of conflict. We have somebody having complications with their bodily functions. Okay, go to the hospital, get checked out. That could be part of the person who I said has some sort of like flighty energy in their chest last week, I think that was. And then there's another situation where there's individuals that are in conflict with one another, and this is something that somebody just walked into and didn't realize what was going on and what they was walking into, what they were getting themselves a part of within a group dynamic. So it's like you willingly walked into trouble. Not willingly, you blindly walked into trouble. You walked into something that was already flipped upside down. You didn't know it. Something happened where towards you started seeing the shit for what it was, and it was too late because you're already involved in it. So Ten of Wands in the reverse. This is a burdensome situation for you. This is a King of Cups in the reverse. Okay, this is a burden for a King of Cups in the reverse. This is an individual that gives into situations. They lack emotion. They're in the reverse. They don't have any emotion. They don't have a good grip on anything. Right now, they're just trying to stay afloat. This person could trying to keep themselves from drowning in a situation. Alright, but they're carrying heavy burdens. Everything on this is in the reverse. Okay, so somebody's in the reverse, like totally, like they're really having some troubles and they're not saying a damn thing. Okay, Page of Pentacles. Clarify the Page of Pentacles in this situation, please. Alright, Page of Pentacles, because this is why you are in the reverse right now. This is why this stuff is going on. You intertwined with a Queen of Wands. Alright, you came into a Queen of Wands' energy. You came into her as a Page of Pentacles. Basically, you were coming in with giving little advice, little offerings here and there to help build them up. And this Queen of Wands, basically, she was just sitting there. Because this is what she does. She's a Queen of Wands. She can create on her own, but you know she's going to take whatever her offerings are. You know, you offer to what your ladies and your lords and stuff like that. So yeah, you're sitting here trying to gift and gift and gift, but you gift yourself out of your own comfort zone, and now it's like you're in a drowning type of situation. Possibly you thought that you were going to be able to win over this Queen of Wands, okay? That you were going to be part of some sort of team, because I'm seeing her underneath this Five of Wands that's in the reverse. So this is what all the conflict is over, okay? Yeah, you didn't know what you were walking into. You didn't know what you was getting yourself into. But you only walked into it offering stuff that you didn't have. So, whose fault is it really? When you come in as a Page of Pentacles, okay, and you're giving all you got, not revealing that you're actually a King of Cups and that you're capable of giving, you end up not paying attention to what you need to focus on, and then you lose track of what you're doing because you're giving away so much of yourself, and you end up losing it. This is a secret that you've been trying to keep, okay? Or you've been doing this in order for her to keep some secrets from your point, you know, coming across into light and everything. You're trying to put a depth to her trap, okay? We have a Tower moment coming in for you. Yeah. Like, this Tower moment is the end of this whole situation for you. Like, you're going to stop giving. You're going to stop, you know, putting in so much that you really can't, you know. You're the king of givings, you know, but you're in a reverse right now because right now you're lacking. You're in some sort of like a drowning type of situation. You're just trying to stay afloat, and this is like a burden for you because you walked into some sort of conflict and chaos that you did not anticipate. You didn't even see this shit coming. Like with the Three of Wands in the reverse, like I said, you willingly walked into this, or you blindly walked into this because you didn't take time to look at the whole situation for what it truly was. All that glitters isn't gold. You should already know this, okay? So you got a tower moment. This tower moment is for your good and for, the good of this individual over here as well. Because this situation, they seem to be fine with, whatever's going on around them. Okay, all this conflict, all this, fighting or what have you is going on. This is like you're being put into a competition. Okay, like they love having people on their ass, and it seems like that's exactly what you walked into, and you didn't anticipate on dealing with all this drama. um Drama free living is the way to go. Like, seriously, nobody needs to be in competition with anybody. Um and as for the other ones, you just gotta take your time and pay attention to everything that you're doing, basically. And from the first draw, even though I seen that had to do with some sort of innocence that's in need of some time and attention, um, you know, it can actually be spoken for across the whole entire board. That basically time and attention would have actually showed the situations for what they truly were before they ended up being burdensome or um, something that just washed down the drain. um, but yeah, take your time and you have to look at everything for what it is. And you're not going to know exactly what it is at first, but that's up to you to figure it out for yourself. Like, are you judging things from your past experiences, which means you're bringing them into your situations, or are you actually looking for them for the persons or things that you're working on for what they are before you? um, not even bringing in what you've dealt with in the past. Because when you bring in what you dealt with in the past, then you're bringing up your issues in your past, experiences into the whole situation. You're supposed to learn from your situations, not bring them into new ones that has nothing to do with them. What your past really does is teach you a lesson of yourself and people, you know. Um, Not all people, but what is capable of being out there around you. Like I said, I know my past. Like, yeah, I thought that, you know, one, like, different levels, different devils, okay? Like, I thought that, my uh, ex-husband was bad, okay? And I'm like, okay, yeah, at least I upgraded better. Yeah, but you can upgrade better, but then when that person goes into their shadow side, into their lower nature, it will be 10 to 1,000 times worse than what you ever dealt with before. But it will sit here and it will trigger you to, oh shit, I dealt with this. Like, but it's all in a different type of scenario, okay? Same shit, different package, which means, yeah, they get smarter. So just imagine you stay with the same person and you deal with the same thing over and over again, okay? They get wiser to what you already know about them, which means they're just going by you and how you view them and how you're dealing with things with them. And then that goes onto their actions and how they better themselves to escape your radar. Okay, and not get caught doing the bullshit. Where towards when you decide to close out cycles and situations and just upgrade yourself and focus on yourself, you learn more about yourself and the people around you. And then next thing you know, when you do, go into another situation later on down the line, you're not going to bring in that past baggage from the past. You leave the past behind you. You upgrade to a better situation, and when you upgrade to a better situation, what happens is you have focus on yourself, and you have the control of yourself and the love of yourself, that you don't need that from anybody else. But to come into contact with somebody else that is that same way about themselves as you are with yourself will bring so much more into balance when you two come together, which also means, yeah, there will be those ups and downs, but you both should be on that hill type of level where towards you're not going to bring in that past bullcrap into one another's lives, where towards it's going to tear each other apart. You know, some of us like the scapegoats and everything else. Projection is done to us throughout our whole entire lives. The whole thing is, are you going to look at it as the family, the friends, the schoolmates, the bosses, the companies? Are you going to look at all that stuff trying to, rip you apart, just tear you to shreds and pull you down? Or are you going to know that you're better than this? Know and learn and do better. Where towards is like you can come out learning something from every single situation that you come into and you get out of. And then you just end up doing better from that point on. Like each time something bad happens, you keep on upgrading yourself better. I don't care if it's like 2 steps forward, 3 steps back. Those 3 steps back, you were learning, you were healing, and guess what? You just shotgunned your ass like straight forward, like a few miles and shit. And the next thing you know, you're good to go until it's like, oh, it's time for another lesson. Okay, and that shit happens. So it can look like you're doing really good one moment, but you're really not. And then it can look like you're really doing bad one moment in a stucky situation, but you're really not. It's all in your perspective of everything. Everything is for you and for your growth. It's just how you internalize it and how you project it out into your life and how you go about it. So that's all you got to remember. And just remember, focus on you, yourself, your surroundings, and always show love to your loved ones, your family, your children. Always spend those times with them, because these moments and times and everything else are not able to be given back if they are lost. So always remember that, and take care. I'll be back later.